friends, Miss Amanda here, and welcome to the Intriguing History of Color video. Last week, we talked about red. This week, we are going to be talking about orange. See red right there? Did you all get the secret word last week? How many times did I say it? Well, today we are going to be talking about orange the fruit and orange the color and where it originated at. And today's secret word is tangerine. You guys have to remember how many times I said tangerine. So, let's get started. History and art. Oh, and Orange Grand is behind us, looking a little sassy. Want to say hi? Orange thinks that orange is the sun. Yeah. But yellow thinks yellow is the sun too. They both have to share. They both have to compromise. Let's put you back up here. All right. The history and art of orange. In ancient Egypt and ancient India, artists used an orange color on some of their items. In Egypt, a mineral pigment called regular for tomb painting, as well as other uses. Before the late 15th century, the color orange existed in Europe, but without the name. It was simply called yellow-red, not tangerine. According to the color psychologist, orange is a combination of yellow and red, and is considered an enthusiastic color. Orange calls to the mind feelings of excitement and warmth. Orange is often used to draw attention, such as in traffic signs and advertisement. Orange can be strident and exhausting if it's overused. Too much orange is overpowering, and a large number of people consider tangerine, orange, their least favorite color. No wonder orange is so sassy. We associate orange with danger, and its attention-getting properties means most designers use it sparingly. Aww, maybe that's why Orange looks so surprised. The orange color of many fruits and vegetables, such as carrots, pumpkins, sweet potatoes, oranges, come from carotenes, a type of pigment. Wow, so that's interesting because we learned about pigments in our red video as well. These pigments convert the light energy that the plants absorb from the sun into a chemical energy for the plants to grow. Similarity to the hues of autumn leaves are from the same pigment after the chlorophyll is removed. What? So, see this? In Europe and America, surveys show that orange is the color most associated with amusement and the unconventional: warmth, fire, energy, activity, danger, taste, and aroma. So all things autumn in Europe. Ugh, right there. 18th and 19th century. In the 18th century, orange was sometimes used to depict the robes of, I'm going to say this goddess's name wrong, Pamawana, the goddess of fruit and abundance. Her name came from the Latin word fruit. Oranges themselves became more common in Northern Europe, thanks to the 17th century invention of the heated greenhouse building type, which became known as the orange tree. The French artist depicted a figure of inspiration dressed in orange and orange red hair and an orange tree, which I will get that picture for you. So, these oranges, all the hues of yellows and reds. Okay. In 1797, a French scientist named Vauquelin discovered the mineral coccolite or lead, which led into 1809 to the invention of synthetic pigment chrome orange. Other synthetic pigments, cobalt red, cobalt yellow, cobalt orange, the last made cadmium sulfide plus cadmium red yellow was soon to follow. These new pigments plus the invention of the metal paint tube in 1841 made it possible for artists to paint outdoors and capture the colors of natural light. So many inventions going on in the 1800s, all coming from pigments and scientists and artists and light. Kind of makes you wonder, In Britain, oranges, became highly popular, and the flowing red-orange hair of Elizabeth, a prophetic model and the wife of painter Gabriel, became a symbol of this red, orange, yellow-like movement. In France, painters took orange in an entirely different direction. Claude Monet painted Impressionism sunrise, a tiny orange sun, and orange light reflection on the clouds and water in the center of a hazy blue landscape. The painting gave its name the Impressionist movement. Moore painted festival scenes of Romans wearing orange cloaks, brighter than any other Romans ever likely wore. In the United States, Homer brightened his palette with vivid oranges. Orange became an important color for all the Impressionist painters, and our art style this week was Impressionist. They all had studied the recent books on color theory, and they know that orange placed next to the blue and made both colors much brighter. Renoir painted boats with stripes of chrome orange paint straight from the tube. César did not use orange pigment, but created his own orange with touches of yellow, red, and against the blue background. The post-impressionists went even further with orange and used oranges as backgrounds for clothing, skin, and anything that light had to do with going outside and seeing the difference between shade, the bright sun, what plants look like both in the beaming sun and in the shady sun, like partially sunny and bright. Vincent van Gogh had to share a house with another fellow artist. For Van Gogh's oranges and yellows were the pure sunlight of Providence. He created his own oranges with mixtures of yellow. He put an orange moon and star in the cobalt blue sky. He wrote to his brother Theo of searching for oppositions of blue with tangerine, orange, of red with green, of yellow with violet, searching for broken colors and neutral colors to harmonize the brutality of extremes, trying to make the colors intense and not a harmony of grays. So there were a lot of artists that took orange very seriously. I myself like orange in paintings. I like Renoir's orange use. So, rudimentary color of the rudimentary color theory is one of the first things that we learn as a child. While slopping paint together, but calling the blend of red and yellow orange doesn't really raise many eyebrows in elementary school. After all, even oranges are the color orange. The color orange got its name fairly recently, though. In fact, it was only after the fruit arrived in Europe that Western languages began referring to the shades as orange. It's worth nothing that colors are often named how they are because of social constructs. For example, in ancient China and Japan, a fixed term for blue didn't exist. Instead, the term was Qing, which could refer to either green or blue. Wow. So that color went all over the world in different languages. Before orange, the fruit that is, not tangerine, stormed Europe, yellow red was called simply that, yellow red, or even just red. While both red and yellow are terms diverted from Europe words, the root of the word orange came from a Sanskrit term for the orange tree. Traders traveled all over the Midwest, changing the names of the fruit and the color. So, in the Middle Ages, the orange tree did make it to Europe. The name for the color came later, though. According to the Oxford Dictionary, the term orange started to be used in the English to describe cloth and clothing in the 16th century. This also coincided with Portuguese sailors bringing a they should have made a bigger spot from Eastern Europe and wrote China on here to give you a better example. My map is not a very good map. I do have decorations for these videos, they're just not here yet. So where were we? According to the Oxford Dictionary, the English dictionary term orange started to be used in the English to describe cloth and clothing in the 16th century. This also coincided with the Portuguese sailors bringing sweeter, tastier orange from China to Europe. China apple is still a synonym for orange in a number of languages, including Dutch and Ukraine. But in Europe and beyond, orange became both the name for the color and the fruit. Even in China, the orange's likely birthplace, the characters for the fruit and the color are the same. Whoa. Why did oranges receive the honor of naming such a standard color as opposed to, say, pumpkins or carrots? It probably has to do with timing. Pumpkins spread from the Americas to the rest of the world after the voyages of Christopher Columbus, and carrots didn't become orange until the 16th century. What? Before that, they were yellow, white, purple, and red, but rarely orange. It was only after the fruits became simonious with the color that the carrot became orange when the 16th century Dutch farmers bred them that way. So people made carrots orange, just like how artists mix different hues of colors to make orange. So farmers and artists are basically the same. Where were we? Dutch farmers bred them that way. One myth says this was to honor William I, Prince of Orange, but that's likely not true. For some people, the most orange object they could think of may have simply been fruit. With its place on the color wheel, orange commands a special respect, despite the fact that there are plenty of other colors named after foods, like apricot, raspberries. It's all the more interesting, given oranges' exteriors are often naturally green. And we don't really want to associate orange calling it the greens. So that, in fact, ends our orange history. I hope you like this video. Remember, orange could be surprise. Many people find the color orange boring or overused. I, Miss Amanda, personally have a special place for orange socks because I think orange socks on the feet is something I don't know. But last week was red, this week was orange. How many times did I say tangerine? Call us up at the Wilmington Public Library and tell us about the secret word and how many times I said it. Maybe you guys will be able to fix the debacle between yellow crayon and orange crayon and the fight to be the sun. Who's the sun? I don't know. Is it yellow? Is it orange? Is it both? Can they share? We got to do a lot of sharing is caring. I hope you like this history about orange. Until next time, friends. Bye.